we haven't, been arrested after the first episode.
Good, that's good. We're still out. We're still living. We're free people walking the streets. I'm not in my prison cell yet. And thank God that wasn't recently, because they might have found certain things crawling out of my bum hole. So we're pretty lucky with that one.
The opportunity in the leagues here is getting harder and harder. Maybe I'll be pushed out. That's the reality of it.
The probably the 4 teams that can actually go out and get players that they want and pay stupid numbers.
My neck, my back. Hello and welcome to the second half podcast with me, Lucy Quinn, and Ruesha Littlejohn. This is episode 2. It is a pre-recorded episode, just in case you're wondering why we're not talking about scoring loads of worldies, which is probably something that we would do. Ruesh, welcome back.
Lucy, how are we? Long time no see. I can't believe I'm seeing your face again so soon, like consistently throughout the weeks it's going to be, which is going to be weird, but I'm also looking forward to seeing your beautiful smile.
It's just more chance of us getting cancelled, really, which is the only thing that concerns me. But this is episode 2. We made it.
We have. We've made it? What do you mean?
As in, we haven't, been arrested after the first episode.
Good, that's good. We're still out. We're still living. We're free people walking the streets. I'm not in my prison cell yet.
You're quite old, so I'm quite glad that you're still with us on this planet.
Imagine, by the way, one day you just come on to do the podcast and I don't show up and later you find out I'm dead. I'm a goner.
Why would I want to imagine that? That's not
strangled
funny.
by my own pubes. Something drastic.
I would... okay, it's not a funny topic to talk about at all, but I would love to be allowed to say something at your funeral.
I would rather that. Imagine if, you'd want it to be a bit fun. Have you seen the Irish guy that played the on prank at his funeral? So obviously knows he's ill, and then he gets it when he's been lowered down, but his coffin's been lowered down, and they start playing it on a speaker, and he's like, "Hey, let me out of here."
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, that is so something you would do.
So I'd be like, ladies, please come down with me so I'm not alone. Jump in the casket. Lowering the casket.
I'd be like, Ruesha's asked for us to play some music on her behalf, and we'd press the track and it'd be like, my neck, my back. It would be so inappropriate. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hopefully you've got a few years left. The new pod, here we are. Ruesha, what are your plans?
Obviously, we're starting the year off with a bang. And we've got goals, we've got ambitions. Mine is that we don't get cancelled within week 3. But it's also that we keep just growing the platform. Everyone that was a fan at Life's a Pitch, by the way, we loved your support. So make sure you are getting over. For you that have already followed the channels, thank you very much. Let's spread the word, get everyone else over, because we're going to have fun. We always have fun. We're not boring. That's the thing about me and you. There's a lot of podcasts out there now and they want to put me to sleep. But me and you have got something good to say. Come on.
Debatable. We have fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah. What's your hopes for this channel?
No, to be fair, I think you've hit the nail on the head, really. I've really missed, just coming on and doing stuff with you, which pains me a little bit to admit. But yeah, we obviously had such a great time doing everything over at Life's a Pitch. People that got involved, fans, bumping into people at events or on the street. Everyone just absolutely loved it. So I just want to get the whole gang back together. All of our followers, everyone who's interested, people that hate us. You're still clicking on, it's still a view. So thank you so much. I hate myself some days. You're all welcome. We're lovers, not fighters. No. So yeah, just getting the whole gang back together. Obviously got producer Jack. Used to give him a lot of stick. Can't wait to jump on that again. Obviously he's a married man now. He won't come to the pub with us anymore and all that. But yeah, just to all be back together and like you say, winning awards, having a movie about us.
You okay? That, you know what? Now we're talking actual goals, dreams. We're really setting our sights high. But what's the point?
Put these things out there.
100%. You might even get a new girlfriend, so will I. People will be queuing up. We can get rid of the other 2 that we've got right now because they're getting a bit... Jade's trying to tell me that she can't go for Botox now. I'm like, holy hell, you can go for Botox. Don't start me.
We need to upgrade to newer models. Yeah. I think when we're massive and we're movie stars...
We're touring, we're doing podcast show on the road. So every time we go to a different country or city, we can have a new chick on standby.
Yeah. Perfect. In my head, it's Miami, Hong Kong, But realistically, it'll probably be like St Albans, Coventry. But listen, we're going to go for it. We're doing our best.
Yeah, okay.
Quick question on that one, actually. If you had a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
I think that's an easy one for me, and people will get freaked out by this, but Amber Heard, because am actually... I think she's fit. I think she's really fit.
She's crazy.
Doesn't matter. Like, aren't we all a little bit crazy? If I want to take a shit on someone's pillow, I'm going to do it. And that's what she's done. She's also, what is she? She was also a lesbian. Did you know that?
No,
before she got like with Brad Pitt. Not Brad Pitt, sorry, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah. So I was like, could be in there, might not. So if she's playing me, I could maybe hook up with her and be like, hello, Amber, I've got a pillow. And she might want
There are actually some similarities, to be fair. Like in like how you look, but also because she's a crazy bitch and so are you.
Yeah. Also, if I had another one, Jodie Comer. But I think me and Jodie Comer will probably meet each other one day and there'll be like an instant connection.
That would be a good one.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll have a lot of fun. We'll be friends. Don't tell Jade. Hopefully she doesn't see this clip or podcast. But I think that... What about you?
Well, we actually got asked this like a few weeks ago by the social media officer at Blues. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, who? And the only person that come into my head was Dawn French.
Who's that?
Oh, come on. You know, like Vicar of Dibley, like M&S advert.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn French, come on.
That's who you want.
Yeah, because she's so funny. It's just the only person that came into my head. I couldn't think of any other, like... The only other one was, do you know who Alison Hammond is?
Yeah.
Obviously, we look very alike.
Very
like,
similar.
She's so funny, and she's from Birmingham, so I think that would be so funny.
Okay. Well, we can ask Alison if she's about, if she would like to start
around.
Get her on a podcast, maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but we've got to have goals.
Aim high. You say that. Aim high, sister. Let's do this. We're taking over the world.
Okay, so obviously here we are on our new home, the second half podcast, but let's reminisce a little bit about some of our favourite moments from Life's a Pitch. Ruesha, is there anything that springs to mind?
Do you know what does? Is the start of our Life's a Pitch journey, and we were obsessed with bin chickens. Obviously, it's not long after the World Cup, and we were introduced to these exotic birds that we thought were at the time, that were unknown to us, that were absolute savages with their name bin chickens. And going back to the day in Australia, do you remember? Walking to Australia and one of them attacked these kids that had finished schools. And was like trying to steal his food in his hand, and this bin chicken swamped up and came and stole his food, and we were pissing ourselves. It was just, ever since then, obsessed with the bin chickens. I wonder how they're getting on. I miss them, guys.
I missed them. Honestly, this is like, God, is it right that the World Cup was like 3 years ago?
Coming on 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. That is, honestly, still one of my favourite memories ever. It's just, what the hell is that? It just comes out of the sky, attacks a child. We could help, but instead we laugh, we film, we make a brand. We've made a brand out of the bin chickens.
We've got a logo for our podcast and it's a bin chicken. It's perfect. But do you think that there's actually a way that we could get, like, why is there no bin chickens anywhere else? Why can't we fly some bin chickens over from Australia and bring them over to these ends?
Well, they're
them integrating.
Yeah, they are very funny about stuff like that, though, aren't they? There are a lot of rules and regulations. Do you remember, like, all the rules? Do you remember when we got to the airport in Australia and they were checking the bottom of our football boots? Obviously, like, the agriculture side of things, they've got to make sure there's not too much, like, soil and stuff. So I feel like they're not going to go ahead with that. We could ask them, listen, we'll give you some grey pigeons from London. In return, we'd just like a few bin chickens. Just let them loose. Just let them run around Leicester, see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know all the... Bring them over.
It cheers you up. It really does cheer you up on your commute to work when you see a chicken dinosaur thing. That's all I'm saying.
It's like a pigeon on steroids, but also like it's been sleeping with a pterodactyl. It's something like that. There's no real in between. It's just a bit... It's crazy. But fascinating creatures.
I know.
We need to get back and visit them soon because it's been so long.
Really
it's been so long.
I can't believe we're still talking about them. Fair play to the bin chickens, man.
they're pretty cool creatures.
Anything else? Any other moments from any of the episodes?
Well, when you just touched on, sorry, being in Australia and they were quite strict and checking things, I thought you were going to say they asked us to pull down our pants, and I'm going, thank God that wasn't recently, because they might have found certain things crawling out my bumhole, so we're pretty lucky with that one.
How has that been?
Do you know what? It's been good. It's been fine. It's been clear. There's some nights where I wake up with an itchy ass, but I think it's all in my head, and it might just be sweat.
PTSD.
Or it could be something even worse than that, but we'll not touch on that. We'll try to keep it quite clean right now. Bodily fluids, just itching my arse. And yeah, but there's been no insects up my bum recently.
Right.
So we're starting 2026 strong, and hopefully touch in halfway during the year, and I'll keep posted.
Yeah, we'll see, because there's bound to be something. There is bound to be something with you. That actually just reminds me briefly of yesterday. I'm just chilling. I'm just watching TV. I don't know what I'm doing. And all I can hear is Bex in the spare room, like, no, Ralph. And I'm thinking, he's stolen a sock or something. Next thing I know, she comes running out the spare room. She's holding Ralph, and he's like mid-poo. It is like diarrhea type poo. So obviously he's been in the spare bedroom, cream carpet, and he's just, he can't hold it. Because he's a great lad. He's toilet trained. He knows. He goes outside. He does his business. But she's like running through with him, and he's like mid-poo still. She puts him out on the balcony, and he's got like a little area that he goes to the toilet. And I'm there scrubbing the carpets, and I'm thinking, my life has changed. I'm cleaning dog poo out of a cream carpet when I used to be at the club with Ruesha. We used to be like out doing all this stuff. And now I'm just full-blown dog mum.
I thought you were going to say he had a rabbit and he's chewing the rabbit and Bex was furious and she's hitting it. But it didn't. It was just he had an accident. So he is a puppy still. He is a puppy, so that's okay.
Well, they get bad bellies, obviously. But it just reminded me as well that obviously one of my red cards from before was that everybody in every team that I was in had a dog. And I was fuming because I still didn't have a dog. And also, do you know there's people that are really annoying? They just always talk about their dog and like show you pictures and you're like, yeah, I don't care. And now I'm one of those people. Any other like flashbacks, anything at all that springs to mind?
We've some really good guests in. We done a lot of fun people
actually.
that we did get on the show all the way. So maybe we'll get someone to join us eventually to come on and sit with us and have a nice chat if they are up for a bit of banter.
Yeah,
not scared.
I think people would be up for that. I think a few people would be like, no way in hell. But look, we can ask, see how it goes. We have some notes here on like previous stuff that's happened on the podcast. And do you remember how much the girls at London City absolutely loved the song about your Achilles?
Yes, but in fairness, what a tune. Like,
what a banger.
It stays in the head. It's an absolute belter. It's I'll need to play it soon. I'll need to play it. I think I'll need to play it for Jade. I don't even know if she's heard it.
Surely.
I'm not sure.
I still get people just like sing it at me, and I'm like, you don't even know, Ruesha, but it just became like a thing.
It's like a disease. It's infectious. Yeah. It's an absolute tune.
It won't go away. Yeah, I think I'm going to be meeting up with Harriet Scott pretty soon. So I'll say, listen, DJ Has, we need another song. We need part 2 of the Achilles.
It's another verse. A verse to 2 verses. Boom. Get it done. Get it out there. Because I think like that could be great, especially the new podcast. Yeah. Dropping new hits. Think about it.
So, Ruesh, let's talk a little bit about the WSL 1 and the season so far. Obviously, you are a podcast host, a little bit of football journalism every now and again. Have you been watching it? Do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, actually. I'm actually saying I'm really looking forward to the second half of the season because like you're looking at WSL and you've got Man City, who are in prime position right now, but you've got Chelsea chasing them. You've got people going nuts right now at Arsenal, not beating, like picking up points that they should be. They played United recently, maybe a while back there, and what happened? 0-0, but they were up. They had 11 players. I think United had someone sent off. People kicking off about that, not good enough. You've got Renee is signing a new contract. Everyone's and then you've got the likes of like Spurs, who look to be investing. Marty Ho's doing well. You've got United. They are investing, bringing in more players. So it's like, it's going to be really juicy. I hope it goes down to the wire. Like, hope it does go down to the wire. Will City be okay? Or will they get scared? What's going to happen? We don't know.
I mean, hopefully they see it through. I think it'll be quite refreshing to have someone else win it. Obviously, it's been Chelsea quite a few times in a row now. But like you say, like, that league is, you know, you've got teams, London City, only newly promoted, and they're kind of doing mid-table. And then just to throw a spanner in the works, they've changed the manager, they've sacked him, brought someone new in. Michelle's got a vision. It's just all kicking off, really. The clubs like Liverpool, West Ham, they've made the change there, no longer with Rhian Skinner. So much to talk about.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. I'm going, right, imagine Chelsea do not win the league. Is Sonia Bonpastor sacked now?
Surely not.
That's where I'm going. What's going to happen? There's so much drama unless they climb their way back and get the job done. You don't know. Like the London City one, obviously they're going, we have a vision, and Jocelyn Pritchard was done what you had to do and now we're moving on. But you've got a new guy in. Or is this just purely going, well, if we get him in, this gives him 5 months to implement his style of play and what he wants the team to do. So we're just using this as 5 months to put his plans into practice, and we're not overly concerned about where we finish. And then we kick on next season. I don't know. There's so much drama. Liverpool. Oh, like what? Such a massive club, and they're in the pits of it right now. Are they going to turn it around?
I mean, they made a big move to bring Gareth in. And everyone was kind of like, okay, yeah, we've heard some things from Man City, some good, some not so good. Obviously, player relationships, stuff like that. You never know what's happened behind closed doors and stuff like that. But yeah, they brought him in, and then I was a little underwhelmed with their recruitment, actually, to be honest. I was like, I don't think we're seeing big signings and investment like we're seeing at Man City or Arsenal or even Chelsea. So, yeah, are we surprised it's gone this way? Are they going to pull it back? Like, can you have a club like that get relegated? Obviously, they were relegated with that 2020 season with COVID, but that was all a bit different. Season ended early. But, yeah, I just think that would be shocking for women's football to have a club like that end in a relegation place.
Do you look at clubs now and you go, like, we always speak about this, but you're back here still speaking about it, and it's like you've only got, like, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, and obviously now London City are probably the 4 teams that can actually go out and get players that they want and pay stupid numbers.
Yeah.
Like crazy numbers for players. So then you're going, well, obviously all the other teams are just going to be filtering down below them, and if you don't invest, that's the way it's going to end up.
Yeah, but it's so interesting, isn't it? Because then there's that argument, and you hear it a lot in men's football as well, that it's not all about buying those big money players. Like, you've also got to have a coach that's got a system in place, that's got a plan B, that can go to those tougher teams and see it out. It's not always going to be really pretty possession football. So, yeah, I think it's so interesting. Like you say, Tottenham, they're playing really good football right now. They have got that investment, but it's not quite on the level of your Chelseas. But I just really enjoy watching them. You know, teams like that, and you're just like, you don't want to see them fall behind, and you kind of want to see that underdog story of, okay, yeah, we've spent a little bit of money, but actually we've been a really well-oiled, well-managed machine, and that's why they've done well. That's what I'm hoping to see when we look at how the league finishes come the end of the season.
I also think the way it's going, though, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and sometimes now it's business. So you've got coaching staff, managers, and maybe they're not even part of some of these chats anymore. It goes on kind of going, well, this is best for the club, so this is what's happening. So even now, like, I think it's got to be an age like of 28 now where I think like there's teams not touching players because they're like, well, it's not good for the business right now. But I'm like, where has the kind of common sense of having like experienced players in your squad gone? Or is that just the way it's going to go? Because you're finding that now, like, players that have played in the league and the championship and WSL that have been about the block are struggling now to actually get signed and get contracts. And I get this is the way the game's going, but we're going to just keep getting players in from all these different countries and get them in because they're younger players or they're maybe future international stars to the country. But then you see them paying big fees for some of these players and then they don't hit the ground running. It's like you go back to the men's game, stupid numbers getting thrown in. Look at United, Man United, throwing money at centre forwards and they just can't do it because then you've got to come into the league, you've got to settle into the culture and the style of play. You're away from your families. There's so much to it, and it's just like, is common sense kind of going out the window, or is it just because this is business now?
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit of both. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I think that you are losing that. Okay, like, we need these kids, we need the next big things, and we need the experience. I think they are just looking at numbers, profiles, marketability, stuff like that. And it is a little bit scary, but yeah, I think the game's always gonna change, and are we gonna look back on it in 5 years' time and go, God, the average age of these teams is 26, and there's no one above like 27. Like, it's frightening, really, because me and you are still clinging on, but those days will be long gone.
I know, it'd be good if they're going, and the average age of a squad's of 42. Yeah. And me and you are still there with our crutches and like a walking sticks and just like...
Captain of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Imagine. Oh, God. No, I think we'll just stick to chatting shit on the podcast, especially when we're that age. I won't want to get out of my chair.
Where's your head at with everything now? Obviously, you like potentially have years left in you, but what number do you want to put on it if you had to?
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Because like you really go through phases of like, yeah, I'm not done playing yet. Like, I've still got so much I want to do. Like, I'm a bit worried that I'll look back at my career and think I really should have gone and played internationally. Like, if I was just to stay in the leagues here in England, I think I would love to do like an Australia, an America, or even like a Spain, Italy. I'd love to go play in those kinds of countries. And then other times I'm like, do I just retire like soon and just do a little bit of punditry, do a bit of media? Like, I've done some stuff at Birmingham where I've just gone down and like kind of done some punditry on the games and just sat and like enjoyed the football as a fan, and that's also like really appealing. So yeah, I don't know. I still like to think of myself as injury free, fit. I'd like to think I've got a good 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I can definitely see why people like step away from the game, especially with schedules and like people's like priorities changing. And yeah, I'm gonna give it at least another 3 months, and if we don't get promoted, then call it a day.
Right. Speaking, just saying, for example, Birmingham didn't get promoted. Would you then think about going overseas, like trying to go to Australia or the American League, the new league? Would you ever think, oh, I'll do it now, it's never never? Or is it just a thought, but you'll never really go through with it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I will. I think I will at some point go through with it. But then, got the puppy. He's really cute. I don't just want to leave him. I'd leave Bex like that. Bye. See you at Christmas. Come back for my presents. That's about it. But like, I really don't want to look back and have those regrets. And like you say, like the opportunity in the leagues here is getting harder and harder. Like, the older you are, they don't really care about like experience or whatever. Like, they want to bring through the next generations, and every manager wants to like make their mark. So maybe I'll be pushed out. That's the reality of it. But I would definitely like to go and experience that. I think we're in a job where you could just go travel the world. Like, your visa's taken care for you. Like, you meet people from all over. You know what it's like to just like live and work as a team, and to get to do that somewhere like in Australia, I think would be unbelievable. But I've still got that niggling, you want to get promoted with Blues, and if we keep falling short, like, how long do you just keep signing up for that? Like, at some point you've got to step away. Maybe I'm the reason we're not getting promoted. Like, maybe we need to clear out some of these old birds and let the kids come through. Maybe we need to
play you more. Have you said that to them? Huh?
Yeah, I said that, and they laughed.
I should leave. Go home, Lucy.
They showed me my stats and they weren't great. So I just said, yeah, fair play, impact sub. There you go. So yeah, like, it's one of those, like, you can't, sometimes I think you need a new challenge, and I'm definitely getting to the age where you're like, you want a bit of change, because like at the end of the day, like, you know what it's like, whether it's your decision or their decision or injury, like, it can just be done like that, your career. So yeah, it's something to think about. Thank you for scaring me. So that's time on another episode of the Second Half podcast. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure you're following and engaging with us on all of our channels, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And don't forget to leave a comment with your questions under this video. We're going to be doing a Q&A on the next episode. So thank you very much. Ruesha?
Yeah, thanks everyone to everyone that is already subscribed, followed on all the platforms. Thank you very much. And for all yous, get on it now, take you 1 minute to get it done and spread the news with everyone, family, friends, your mum, your dad, your sister. Get everyone on the page. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.